Hello everybody, today I'm going to show you how I create another app with Makio, and let's see what happens. Last time I was able to create an app for under a minute and a half and for 1.2 cents. Let's see what happens now. So I'm going to just go with this one. I have a list of ideas from ChatGPT. I just picked one. Customer support portal. We're gonna use Gemini 3.1 flashlight, low thinking. We found out that when you give it too much thinking, it starts going a little crazy with the amount of pages, and it just over engineers everything, and it's actually not necessary. There is no advantage of using a very sophisticated, a very big model for this particular purpose. So we're going to keep it very simple, very cheap, and let's see what happens. So you can see that the first two steps are being done with AI. And then there's a collaboration between the script and the AI, building the database. And you can see that the AI already kind of like decided what it wants to do. And it chose the modules. It's starting to work on the look as well. You can see this is actually coming here, but it's already created the icon. It chose the icon for it, chose the color palette, and a few other things like the fonts and stuff like that. And now it's finalizing it. I'm curious to see if we can go even cheaper than last time. Everything I got so far was about a minute and a half. So now let's see if we can keep about the same, maybe less, maybe more. We'll see. All right. I'm just going to let it finalize. Actually, we can open it already. And here we can see the details. So let's see how much it cost us. It was 2 cents, and it took what is it? Okay, there's a problem here, but it was about a minute. Okay, and now let's see what we got here. So this is our support desk, created for around a minute for 2 cents. This is our Kanban with the tickets. You can drag and drop the tickets. You can add a new ticket. This actually works. Everything is wired up. I want to make it sure that you understand that this is not a demo and this is not an MVP. This is a fully functional app with a backend. And let me show you the backend for a moment. You have the grid with all the data. You have relationships and lookups and everything else you need. And you also have very robust action and workflows and stuff like that. So all the backend is done for you. The hosting is done for you. You don't need to plug it into anything. You don't need to call any other services or any libraries or anything like that. You don't have to do any of that. Okay? You can focus on just using the app, maybe refining it a little bit if you need it, using your own data and so on. So we have support tickets here. We have tickets categories, tickets messages. You can click in and see any of them, edit any of them. Everything is wired up already. Here's a list of clients. You can click to see their details, and you can see the recent support tickets here. You can click to learn more about that ticket and associated tickets. Right now there's nothing here. List of contacts and so on. You have support agents. You can see a little bit about them. Okay, and the latest support tickets that they're handling. You have teams. You have categories, knowledge base articles, and so on. There's just a lot going on here, and all of it was done for about a minute. Now let's talk about theming. You have a dark and light theme. You can also change the theme if you don't like it. That's very easy. You just click theme here, and you can just simply choose another theme. It's not a problem. You can also modify the theme that you already have. Just click on customize. You can choose a different color. There's an enormous amount of flexibility here with the theming. You can choose your fonts. You can choose your colors. Pretty much whatever you want. All right. Let's get out of this one. Now let's do a test. We have here clients. I want to show you that it's really wired up. This is not an MVP. Okay, let's say I'm adding myself as a client. I'm gonna add myself. Let's say this Makio.ai, and let's see if it shows up. All right, I added myself as a client. There's always a search here, so I can search for myself. And here I am. You can see everything is real. This is not a demo. This is not an MVP. It's actually real. Everything is wired up and connected. And all you have to do is replace the data with your own data, or just start from scratch. You can just go and delete all the records. Just do like this, clear rows in every one of those tables, and then you're good to go. You can publish it right away. This is how you publish it. Click here, and then you have an app that is up and running. In fact, let's publish it now. Let's see what happens. It takes about 30 seconds, maybe a little more. Here we go. Now the app is ready. Let's view it. This is a real fully functional app that we created for less than a minute. Okay, and this is not vibe coding. We call it vibe building because there is no code. Even AI doesn't write the code. Even our script doesn't write the code. Nobody writes the code. We are putting together elements like Lego. Okay, there's another exciting thing I want to show you, which is our workflow that you can now use AI to make it do certain things. So let's just take an example. We have here a model, and this is the one I was just using to add myself. So let's see what kind of actions we have here. You click here, you can see that you already have on click, you add a new row with that person, you show an alert banner. So let's say I also want to add here an email to be sent to the admin. So I'm going to say, after the alert, send an email to admin to let them know. Okay, let's see what happens. As you can see, it added the email right here using Gmail connector. You can see it puts some kind of a mock email, and it created a little template. A new client has been added. Everything is functional. Of course, you will need to connect to your Gmail, but that's pretty much it. That's it. It's ready to go. So this is still in early development. We're going to get it more sophisticated as we go, that you'll be able to create fully functional workflows and automations with all these amazing actions and connectors that you have here. Okay, you can do pretty much almost everything you want with these connectors, because we also have connection to other services like HTTP requests and stuff like that. So it's very, very flexible. So yeah, this is it. Let's take a look at the generation again. A little over 2 cents. Okay, the amount of time is not clear here, but I believe it was a minute and a half or less, or minute, something like a minute. Okay, now if you haven't signed up to our waitlist, please go ahead and do that. We are on Makio.ai. This website was also built with Makio. Just enter your email here and join our waitlist. Okay, we are limiting it to 100 subscribers, so do it as soon as possible, so you can get in and use and be one of our first beta testers. Thank you so much, and see you next time.